Hello everyone. I'm doing a tutorial on how to tune in Forza Motorsport 4, mainly because my team gave me an idea to make this for people that don't know how to tune, and I thought it was a really good idea, so I decided to take them up on the offer, and I decided to make this tutorial on how to tune in Forza 4. Now, I will not be teaching you how to tune all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. I only drift rear-wheel drive, and that's what I will teach you how to tune. Anything other than that, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Let me go ahead and get this out of the way. If there is any background noise, like say you hear the game or you hear any like fans, it's my computer or my Xbox. They both have really loud fans in them, so sorry about that. And so yeah. This is my main car, the Saline right here, so I'm not going to show you guys this tune, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go and buy a new car, and we're going to start from scratch. Now what I'm going to teach you is basically what every other video teaches you, but I'm going to go more in depth. They teach you, okay, do this and do that for that type of weight and do this tire, and that's all they really tell you. What I'm going to tell you is what to do if there's a problem with the tune. Say you put a base tune on it and there's a problem, like maybe it's got too much front grip, maybe it won't hold the angle that you want it to hold, maybe it's not fast enough, things like that, and they don't tell you how to fix that sort of thing. So that is why I'm telling you, or not telling you, but making this tutorial. I hope it helps a lot of people, and so yeah. Also, if you guys know other people that are having problems tuning, just go ahead and link them to this video. I mean, I'm trying to help as many people as I can with this, so right now I'm just going to try and find a car that I can tune that would be fairly easy to tune. So, Skylines are pretty easy, but they have a lot of front grip. What can I tune? What can I tune? I could do a Terreno, but I already have one. I have like every good drift car, so I gotta try and think of something. Let's do a I'm wasting like a lot of time right here. See what they got in Dodge. Dodge. I'm thinking we can do the Challenger. Yeah, we'll do the Challenger, why not? I've heard they're decent drift cars, so we'll go ahead and try and tune it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay, so if there's any background noise, I apologize. Again, it's either my Xbox or my computer, so. Okay, first things first. I'm going to go into the detail and the upgrades, because detail is what helps you make good decisions about what to do to a car. So, see here, if I look, this car has got just a little bit less torque than horsepower, which is a good thing. Most of the cars usually have somewhere in that area. It's kind of heavy, so when I put the race weight on it, it's probably going to be about over 3,000 pounds, which is kind of heavy. But if we get the horsepower and the torque right, then it'll be okay. Let's go see if we can put any aspiration on it, which we can, which is a good thing. We can put a supercharger on it if it's needed. Hopefully we won't have to do that. So, just go ahead and just put race everything on it. Go ahead and I try and leave the cam stock, because if you look, it gives you a lot of horsepower, but it takes away the torque. So I kind of like to leave the camshaft stock. So if you can do that, I would recommend you do that. I don't think we're going to have enough power though, so. Oh yes, don't ever put like oil and cooling or intercooler on it on your car, because what it does is it adds a ton of weight to the front. See, now the car weighs 4,010 pounds. If I add this, it weighs 4,050, and it only jumps about 6 horsepower. So don't try to keep that stuff off your car. Just adds unnecessary weight. Everything in here you usually always want to do race unless you're tuning for a special event. So do everything race in here. And see, I get it down to 3,200 pounds, which is pretty light from 4,100, so that's really good. Go ahead and put all this in here, race. Now, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Some people do drift differently. Everyone drifts different, no one's the same. Also, you also want to usually do sport tire because it gives you the speed that you want in a drift battle. So, but yeah, everyone drifts differently, and if this tuning doesn't work for you, I'm sorry, but I'm just here to hopefully help people learn how to tune so you can tune the car to your way of drifting. We're going to do 265s in the front. What can we put on the rear? We can do 305s in the rear. Usually don't want to go max width in the front because that would give you too much grip. So we're just going to go 265s. Did that. What's some good rims? Fisk maybe? Those look decent. We'll take those and upgrade them by one. See how that looks? That looks good. Okay. Let's see, can we do a body kit? Like, if you don't do a body kit, it reduces weight, but sometimes you gotta do cosmetic looks, and I think that looks pretty cool, so see if I can do like that, like it is, and I'll change the hood like it is. So, how much horsepower do we have? We've got 539, so what it looks like, let's see if I can just do this. Let's try this first. Just see what we can get out of it. So if we go here, that should be about enough. Maybe just a teeny bit more. That's too much. So apparently we're stuck with 619 horsepower, which is not bad. So what's that bringing to? Yeah, that's a little high. So we're just gonna stick with the 619. We'll be a little underpowered, but that's not a big deal because we got the torque to help us out. See, torque is a major factor. It kind of gives your car a bottom end, and a bottom end is when you can, like right here, in your gears, when you have a bottom end, you can go down to really low RPMs, and then when you get on the gas, it'll rev back up. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys my base tune that I use on just about all of my cars, and if you guys want to use this base tune and go from there, that's your decision. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and warn you, anti-rolls is always going to be different. You got to do the springs, the anti-rolls, and the damping according to the weight of the car. Since this car is pretty heavy, this stuff's going to be pretty soft. But I'm going to go ahead and do this other stuff first. So, do a 23 and then do a 25. And then there's two different gear ratios that I run. I run a 373 or a 410 depending on what the car needs. A 373, if the gears are too long, it doesn't have the acceleration in them that it needs, then go up to the 410 final drive and do your gears accordingly. I always do my first gear at 224 and then 164 for second gear. Third is going to be 128, then we'll do 108, and then 95, and sixth gear stays the same. And I do negative 2.5, negative 0.5, and I start out with 6.2 and go up if I need more. Castor is basically steering angle. I think the more you have, the faster you transition. I think that's how it goes, but I'm not positive about that. So this stuff base right now is pretty stiff, so we're going to soften it up. We're going to bring that to 2220 and bring this to 2780, and then that's pretty stiff as well, so we're going to bring that down and bring that down as well. And then we got to bring this down, bring this down, and then you want to do your bump to half of what your rebound is. I mean, if you can't get it exactly, get to the closest thing you can. So half of 7.7 would be 3.8, which would be 7.6. That's about as close as I can get. And then half of 6.7 would be 3.3, because that's 6.6. So, I can't show you my braking, but what I will do, show you my differential. I always run 100-100 differential. Okay, now I'm going to do my braking real quick, and I'm just going to cut it out because the braking is special and I can't show you. So, yeah. Okay, the braking is done, and now I can actually go and do test drive where the actual fine tuning comes into